Machine of Nonsense, episode 137? 138. It is episode 138 of the Machine of Nonsense. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by Kayla.
Hey.
And Mike.
We're here. We're making lists. I'm happy. Great.
Yes, we are making lists. This is the gaming subscription battle? I haven't come up with a good name, but we are comparing and contrasting the lists of Nintendo Switch Online, Xbox Game Pass, and PlayStation Plus today. We're going to bring big lists to this. Me and Kayla came up with 20 games on each service that are super worth playing. I don't know how many Mike brought, but he brought additional. And then we're going to try to come up with a consensus top 10 for each service. And then once we have those top 10 lists, we got to battle it out between the three services to see who's number one, who's number two, and who you should not be subscribed to. Full disclosure, I'm subscribed to all three. So I think they all
likewise.
Yes. I think they all have some pretty phenomenal games, but we'll get to that. We've been starting off with an email lately. And I think we should start off with an email. I've got one here. It says, it's the first person who specifically did give their name and location. So this one is from one Eric from Munster, Indiana. Here, and it says, seeing as Nintendo is going to need a new voice of Mario, I thought you guys on the pod should probably audition. So give us your best Mario impression. Kayla, you can start it off. Some of that came through. Some of that really came through. Yeah.
Did it? No, I don't know why it didn't.
You're probably a little high, you know?
Flourish.
Mamma mia.
Ooh, good one. Well, I think Mike's the master of voice. I think Mike wins that one every single time. I think so. It wasn't even a competition. I was hoping we'd get like D or Aaron or something. I want to hear Aaron say like, it's Mario. Real low. I think we need to go in a new direction. Charles Martinet did it a certain way, and I think we need to go in a new direction. Do you think they're gonna do a fully voiced Mario in the future, Mike? Like, a la Chris Pratt, but for a video game?
No, I don't think so. Nintendo tries to keep as little dialogue out of their games, especially Mario, as possible. The movies are the movies, and they've kind of proven now like they could do that. And I don't think they're going to blend those two worlds that often. I don't think we're going to get like, the Mario Kart 8 has two characters left in their expansion pass stuff, and people like, oh, is it going to be Chris Pratt Mario, like that style? Like, no, I don't think they're going to do that. We've already seen like with Wonder, it's just a Martinet, someone is just going to keep doing that voice. Like, it's Mario's voice. Like, I don't know. They're not going to change that.
They're going to find somebody close.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Kayla had the same idea. I don't know. I would be interested in a fully voiced Mario, but I think you're probably right. I like voice acting in games. I think it can be charming and funny, especially in like I think you could make a fun, like the Mario movie is funny and charming at points and stuff. Not because of Chris Pratt necessarily, but like because of some of the voice work that's there.
Yeah, I just think games are different. So like if there's another Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi game on Switch or Switch 2 or something, and it's Charlie Day and Chris Pratt or whatever, two new voices, but there's just a lot of Mario and Luigi talking. I would rather have the way they've done it, where it's just them mumbling or just the Mario RPG style, where Mario has to pantomime everything that he's trying to say and get across to people. I think that just works better than a ton of dialogue. I don't know.
Yeah, that is one of the most fun aspects of that game, and why I drafted it. I guess side question. It looks like Eric from Munster wrote a PS here. Are they going to voice Link when they make the Legend of Zelda movie?
In the movie, yes. In the games, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. That one to me is different.
I feel like
Mario.
they'll find a way to distort or cover, or like every time Link goes to say something, the jackhammer will go off and you won't hear it.
That'd be a fun
just like, yeah. I don't think we might hear like at the very end we all hear Groot. I think you might get a thing like that.
I mean, because
he
does
one
talk
line
in the
from
games,
him.
we don't hear it ever,
right?
Know? Like, so
people are
he talks.
conversing with him, yeah, and I don't know. They have to voice him in the movie. They've done it. The old school cartoon back in the 80s. They've tried it before. It wouldn't be the first time. I even think in those like CDI Phillips games, I think there was like weird voice acting in those, perhaps. And it's time. Mario doesn't need to have any of that, and I think. Oh, can you guys hear me? My computer's doing weird. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like Link deserves it more, I think. Like, you know what I mean? Like Link has a quest and shit going on in the games, where Mario's just kind of let's have fun, let's hit this block, so I don't know. I'm eager to see what the movies, what their roadmap is, what kind of big Marvel whiteboard is in Nintendo HQ, and what comes next. I'm excited.
Excited for the SBCU, right? Smash Brothers Cinematic Universe. I think. We'll get that.
Why not?
That'd be so fun. All right. Well, thank you, emailer, whomever you may be.
Whoever, yes.
You're a good question there. What have we been up to, Mike? What you been playing? What you been doing?
Rewatched Hereditary.
Okay.
Getting ready for Spookies early, I guess. Man, what a great movie! I love it so much. It's just even a rewatchable kind of movie where it's giving you more and more every time you watch it, kind of thing. Games, just kind of really playing my old shit. We're getting up to some major stuff here with Sea of Stars for me and Starfield soon. So this might be the last week of really deep into Isaac. I've gotten a lot done though. I've unlocked a lot of stuff with the hardest character, and other than that, I'm just catching up with Res Dogs, Winning Time.
We got to get on Winning Time.
Yeah, I found it difficult to find time for shows this week. And yeah, how about you guys?
Man, we've been catching up with What We Do in the Shadows. That is consistently just one of those great chuckle-worthy kind of shows. Yeah, Kristen Schaal has become like she used to be a very, very side character, and she'd show up on like one in every 5 episodes or something else. But now she gets her own opening credit and stuff, so she's like fully kind of become a part of the crew now in a big way. And yeah, that show's just so consistent. It's great. It's charming.
It's just stupid.
It is. It's a dumbass show, but it's so fun. We've been really digging into Diablo as well. We got a side quest going. I think we're both up to right around level 35. Each of our characters. So I went Barbarian, Kayla went Necromancer. And it's pretty cool. The story, we're on like I think there's 3 chapters, or at least that's what shows on the like quest log or whatever else. And we kind of just jumped in. We're maybe like an hour into chapter 2 of the story and all that. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a good way to just, like, we played just before that. We had like a half hour just before the pod, and it was like, oh, we can get like 2 side quests in. You know, you talk to a villager. They say, my daughter was drained of all her blood by the vampire. Go kill the vampire. And we're like, all right, yeah, we can do that. And we go kill the goat man or the vampire or whatever. And
people talking that game, huh?
What'd you say?
Weird. People talking that game, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean,
lots of stories.
I feel like they've kind of done themselves a disservice. They almost needed to create 2 games or something, because like the gameplay of it all is really fun and really cool. You can customize your characters like crazy and all that. And I think they also really do care about their story. Like, there's some good writing, there's some good voice acting and stuff like that. And I'm compelled of this like main quest, but like it's practically impossible to do with, like, we do it with, we're playing co-op 2 players or whatever else. But even adding one more person to that, and like how only the active person, like who takes on the quest, is shown in like the scenes and stuff like that. It's their game for it's just not super well done. It doesn't make a lot of sense for co-op play, like to have a story and have co-op. And it makes me really long for, like, the original Diablo was just, you know, very simple. You had your village, you had your dungeon, it was procedurally generated, and you went into that dungeon and you just played that loop. And I feel like that works perfect for co-op play. Like, you don't need to, you know, really do anything. And the one thing they really need is puzzles, I think. I think that would really do well to, like, tell a story through puzzles as you go through the dungeons and whatnot. Because, yeah, you can do that co-op. You don't need a lot of story or a lot of dialogue or a lot of, like, even paying attention or anything else. And they just don't. They just don't have any, like, puzzles, really. It's more just, like, fetch this, grab this key,
set
to
it on a
open this
pedestal.
door. Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's, you know, as I'm playing it, I'm like, man, if they want advice from me for Diablo 5.
I guess they could, like, maybe environmental stuff, like but then you would need the specific, like, person with that specific skill or something, like chop down this thing, only the barbarian can do that, or, you know,
right,
put 10, a weighted button. We need 10 skeletons to stand on this button or something. It becomes Pikmin at some point. And
it would be cool though, like, you know, and I feel like you could even put in now we're just like fan casting a game, but like you could put in a system like a Dark Souls-esque system where you can call for help from someone. So maybe you don't have a necromancer in your party or something, but you get to that point and you ring a bell and a necromancer comes, you know, from out in the world, right? Like
Lego Diablo. Yeah.
something like that could happen, right? Like that would be cool. But overall, I'm enjoying it. I know you're loving it, Kayla, right? Like you were saying.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun playing it. It is very, like, repetitive and simple in some of the ways, but
yeah, but then you just throw a blood wave out there and you get super jacked about the game.
I'm bones and minions for me.
Bone zone. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Bone prison. She's got the bone prison throwing out poison and shit. It's a lot.
Fun.
Yeah. All right.
Barbarian's cool. I've got 4 different weapons. I got like an axe, dual wielding swords, and like a big 2-handed sword too. Like, and depending on the move I use, I use the different, you know, blade or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys are playing this whole game. Fucking build.
Yeah, it's cool. And I do a lot of buffs and stuff too. There's like a bunch of abilities that you can unlock that are just like buff your team and buff yourself.
And they buff my whole squad.
Yeah, it's fun having an army of 10 skeletons that all get like speed buffs or whatever. It's cool.
Sick.
It's a good game.
Oh, yeah.
Good game. Diablo 4, everyone. What else?
We watched
Anything else?
Ahsoka.
We did. We watched the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka. I asked
also
Kayla.
watched Ahsoka. I forgot.
Okay, I'm excited to hear from someone who you never watched any of the Rebels, right?
Yeah, this is not Ahsoka. It's Rebels 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's just like, oh, it's not about Ahsoka. It's all the characters from Rebels. They're all here, and I don't know any of them. But it's
And
still,
there'll be more.
of course, and I was wondering how you guys felt, because it feels like the show has to do a lot of re-explaining things to people that have already probably know everything that's happened. How did you guys feel about like the first episode, I guess?
Well, I for us, like, it's been a while, so the recap is welcome. But do we understand it so well because we have watched Rebels? It seems like they do a fine job explaining the situation.
I felt like they caught me up with everything that I have missed a bit, like,
right.
The abridged version of it all. Like, okay,
the Ezra abridged version. Yeah, got you. Yeah, abridged version.
Right. Yeah. Yes, and missing person. Teacher left this person. Teacher left that. All that kind of drama stuff.
Because we also didn't see in episode 1, like, they make it clear that Ahsoka and Sabine had spent time just themselves together, Master and Padawan, right?
Oh,
that's
okay.
not part of Rebels. We don't.
Okay.
That's all new to us too.
Oh, see that? All right, that's cool.
See, I'm glad that you can say that. Like, you still kind of got what is going on, even if you didn't. That was what I was concerned about.
It's Star Wars. I know what's going on.
Sure.
Sure.
And we did watch a recap, a little like 15-minute recap too, because it's been a while since we've watched Rebels, and that's what I'm hoping, because like the Ahsoka character's cool, all those Rebel characters are cool. Star Wars is Star Wars, like you said. So there's always some coolness.
Great, though.
The animated stuff's great, yeah, and I would hope that they don't lean too heavily into like just to push people away that like could get into these characters, but you're just like spending way too much time with like, oh yeah, you remember that? No, I don't, because I fucking never saw Rebels, that kind of stuff. Hope they don't do that.
Put Dave Filoni in the driver's seat, and I'm in.
They need to stop making new like kinky stuff with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Like, she's already like nerd, like pixie dream girl, I think, for a lot of people, me included. And to see her as a Twi'lek or whatever is like, whoa.
It's some weird casting too, because that character Hera is kind of like a hard ass, and and she is not at all. She seems like Mary Elizabeth Winstead in this. So
yeah,
it's like 5 years later or something. So maybe she's changed. She's grown as a person. Or whatever.
She was like a rebel leader, and now that part is gone. They're a little more. They're more established now. They're not surviving. So
right, she seems like she just has like a position and like as the advisor to whatever, blah blah blah.
Right.
Because she had like a pretty tragic backstory and stuff. Like, I think her parents were murdered, or she was very like anti-imperial kind of, just hardcore terrorist kind of like backstory and stuff. And to see her played kind of like, oh, like you said, manic pixie dream girl. It's like, yeah, that's kind of that's a departure, but it's cool. I enjoyed every scene with her in it, because she was so good in what was the
Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey, yeah.
Huntress, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
The Thing, like she's like, come on.
Good stuff. Was there anything else we've been checking out, Kayla?
Diablo, Ahsoka, After Party. We're watching After Party.
Yeah, we're caught up on After Party. Yeah, that's I'm surprised at how well they've been able to have a second season. That one seemed like it didn't necessarily set itself up for any sort of sequel, but for me, it's felt fine. It's felt like these characters again, and now you've added some new ones, kind of thing.
Yeah, I love the trope of like them listening to everybody's like story from the night, and that they're very themed into who they are.
Yeah. Each time they listen to the recap of what happened in the murder, it's like it's done in a different like cinematic style, and it's a lot of fun. It was a great show. Kim Jong is really, that's his name, right? Kim Jong, Daniel Jong. What's that dude's from the Hangover?
From Community,
the doctor.
Yeah, and Community and stuff. Yeah.
I think you nailed it, Kim Jong.
Okay, Kim Jong. Yeah. He's really good. He's a standout. New addition to the cast.
Dr. Kim Jong.
Yeah, I should put some respect on that. And what from Cowboy Bebop too.
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, Harold and Kumar. John Cho. John Cho.
John Cho.
Yeah, he's a great addition as well. They play brothers that are like morally opposed. Yeah, and they're
cool.
they're pretty cool. But the after party's real good. Everyone go out and get Apple TV Plus. It's got a lot of good stuff there.
Love me some Apple.
Maybe we'll do a similar episode where we'll battle out the streaming services after we get the video game subscription. Maybe if this one's successful, we'll see.
A couple heavyweights there. But
there's quality over quantity.
Yeah. You got that right. But let's get on to the video games now. So, like I said, we are comparing and contrasting Nintendo Switch Online, Xbox Game Pass, and PlayStation Plus. Hopefully, when you came up with your list, Mike, I didn't say it specifically, but in my mind, and we were developing our list, we went with the top tier. You know, like because there's multiple tiers of PlayStation Plus. There's multiple tiers of Game Pass Ultimate and Nintendo Plus expansion pass and all that. I feel like it's all on the table, and anything's on the table.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, because PlayStation does a pretty good job of just showing you everything, even if you don't have that tier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just click into it and it'll tell you, give us more money.
Yeah, it's like, you got to upgrade to place like Cooper, dude. Come on, you fucking idiot.
All right, let's get into it. Do we have a preference on which we start with, from Nintendo Switch to Game Pass to PlayStation Plus? Does it matter?
Well, I don't know if you guys were giving me like just carte blanche with the Nintendo one, but if we're gonna, I don't know, maybe start with that one.
Yeah, let's do it. We picked 20.
Okay.
Obviously, Nintendo. Oh God, that's hair right there.
I have 13.
Nintendo's list is obviously a lot of classic games, but I count, just from the 20 that we came up with, 10 of them are on IGN's list of top 100 games of all time.
Okay.
So, and
Let's
that was,
talk about those.
we didn't even purposely do that. It's just like, I was like, oh yeah, this is a stone cold fucking classic. It's got to be on this list. And then I just cross-checked this morning with IGN's list, and it's like, yeah, 10 of the 20 we picked are on that list. So you've probably heard of these, and they're probably on your list, I assume, Mike. But Super Mario World, arguably the best of the Super Mario games. Pick that one. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Story, Earthbound, Tetris, Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and Street Fighter 2. It's the Special Champion Edition that Nintendo Switch Online. There's so many editions of Street Fighter 2 that I don't know. But those are the 10 that were on IGN's list and also on our list. How many of those did you have, Mike?
Like I have Mario World, Ocarina of Time, Mario 64. I think that's it.
Wow.
I don't have a lot of love for Super Metroid or Link to the Past. I respect them. I get it, but not. They didn't make my list of 13 here. As I was just going through each of the. I think there's like 5 different consoles now, including the. I even looked at the Genesis stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have any of that included. I'm not a Sega guy.
We had one Sega on ours, Sonic 2. That's a good game.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Easy cut then?
It would never hang with any of the, the Nintendo Titans here.
Marking that one in red. I've got let's see, I'll mark green on the ones that we doubled up. I think that makes a lot of sense. That was Super Mario World. That was Super Mario 64. Ocarina.
Let's not get too hasty. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I also have Majora's Mask. I don't know if you read that off on. I don't think that made IGN's 100, but
no, it didn't. But I will put.
For me, I prefer Mask to Time myself. Ocarina of Time, of course, it's the masterpiece that just like Mario 64 invented the 3D genre of action games and platformer games, but Majora's Mask is just it's cool and weird, and I love it. I don't know. I have another Zelda game as well, Link's Awakening DX on the Game Boy.
We cut it, but we did have it at one point in our long list.
I like the weird Zeldas. That's another one, very Twin Peaks inspired at the time. And my first Zelda, personally, I have a lot of love for that one. Instead of Tetris, I had Tetris 99 because that was kind of like the big, join our sign up for this. This is the only way you can play this game ever. Like I can get an emulator and play, Zelda 1 or whatever, Mario 3, all that shit. But for them to have like a very just a game like that was tied to this, and it was like at the height of all the battle royale stuff, it was really cool that Nintendo was. This is our battle royale, and it's with fucking Tetris. So I think that should make the 10. I also
99?
Yeah.
Ooh. Are you putting it up? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm putting up the Excel sheet
as
I work on it there. So, there it is. Yeah.
I think a lot. I think WarioWare Inc. on the Game Boy Advance is a really special game, and just works so well with the Switch, the micro game kind of stuff with it. It might be the game I've played the most out of all of the NSO stuff. And I know that with Mario RPG Remake coming out, we're probably never getting the original through NSO. But Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is like the closest thing we can get to that. Really just an awesome game, an awesome series of games, and just including that button timing battle system, bringing that back. Every 16-bit RPG should have that. And yeah, I love Donkey Kong Country 2.
I've got it. We have it on our list as well, so I'm going to green that boy.
I love that. I have I had Super Mario All-Stars just to kind of eliminate the
Does it have 3 on it?
That's 1, 2, 3, and Lost Levels.
Okay, then that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
The game does kind of it changes the physics of those games a bit. I know it's not everyone's favorite way to play those, but I don't know. It's just such a nice package. It's like the greatest cartridge of all time, like as far as bang for your buck. I know this one's going to be contentious. I have Pokemon Snap.
It was. I put it on our long list because I knew you were going to say it. So I'm just gonna highlight it in green here, and live with our decision. I think. I knew it wasn't not making this list. You know.
Thank you.
I knew
Thank
it was.
I mean, let's see. What do we have? So we have 7.
I got 7 greened out. Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Tetris 99, Ocarina of Time, Donkey Kong Country 2, Super Mario All-Stars, and Pokemon Snap.
I also have Pokemon TCG.
Yeah, we had that one. Yeah, I like that one.
I had I got a lot of love for Wave Race 64. I think that game, like the water tech and everything, like is just really cool. Just to mention it, I don't know if it has to make.
That was a launch title, right?
Very close to launch. It was like a month or so after. Yeah, very early N64 game. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as adding. So we need
You're
2 more.
You're a Paper Mario guy, right?
I mean, if I had to pick between Superstar Saga and Paper Mario, I'm picking Superstar Saga.
Okay.
I know you love Star Fox 64.
I do love Star Fox 64.
I know, he wouldn't cut it.
Ryan loves Star Fox 64.
I'll kill Paper Mario. I think that's good. I'll kill Sonic 2.
We've got to have a Mario Party on there.
Yeah, you have access to Mario Party 1 and 2 on NSO. I think those are just really iconic games. I don't know how to put it. Like, they're just cool concepts for games, I guess. And I think they hold up.
I mean, it totally was what Nintendo was trying to do at that time. Like, just get 4 people together around their system and play it. And I like if Smash Brothers, the N64 one, was on the service already, and it's not.
I wish
I would have nominated that over a Mario Party, but those games are great. I think 2 and 3 are the only ones. I don't even think 1 is on there yet, but.
Oh, really? Oh, I the list I saw had 1 and 2, but maybe
I'm wrong. Because I thought they did 2 and 3 like on the same day. Like, here you go, fuckers. Here, play this shit.
No,
I like Street Fighter.
I'm fine with having it even over Mario Kart 64. So, if we wanted that to be our last in the 10,
is that 10? Let's see.
9. We had 2 slots.
Oh, I see. 1 is just I see how this works. I'm not a big
spreadsheet. 9.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Street Fighter. Kayla just mentioned Street Fighter, and I mean, Street Fighter 2 is probably the best fighting game of all time. I don't know. It's probably my favorite. It's so good. Tomas doesn't get any
I really
games.
want WarioWare on there myself.
WarioWare, okay. I like WarioWare as a I guess it does take that Mario Party concept and even like condense it even more in a lot of ways. That's
WarioWare. If I was ranking these, would be like top 3 on what's available for me.
Okay. Let's put it up there. So,
I'd be fine with WarioWare over Mario Party. They're similar.
So that could be a 10 of Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Tetris 99, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, great name, Super Mario All-Stars, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Trading Card Game, Mario Party 2, and WarioWare Inc. Oh, did we say WarioWare instead of Mario Party? Maybe. And then we find something else, or no? Okay.
I'm fine with how it is.
We don't like Street Fighter? I like Street Fighter.
I'd almost put Street Fighter over Mario Party, maybe. I don't know. We're not gonna. So Earthbound not on here, right? None of us really have much love for Earthbound.
I do not love Earthbound.
None of us really have love for Super Metroid.
No.
No.
If anything, I would have added Fusion, the GBA
Hmm.
one, but that didn't even crack like my 13. That I had.
Mario Brothers 3 is in Super Mario All Stars, so we're good. We've covered that. Possibly the second best Mario game. Mario Kart 64. I love Star Fox 64. But
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. What
I know Tony, I think, was saying Majora's Mask had to carry this list. I don't know. He's gonna be mad if we don't.
Majora's Mask. Do we want Majora's instead of Ocarina of Time? I mean, a lot of people, like you said it, right? Like that you prefer Majora's Mask to Ocarina?
I thought you were like a big proponent of Ocarina of Time. I would not have it.
Majora. That's my reason. Okay. Whereas I've played through Ocarina several times, and it was one of my kind of first open world games in heavy quotes.
I mean, it should be on the 10. It's like one of those, it's got to be there, Mount Rushmore type games.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 10. Like, I don't know. Like, there's stuff that I would swap around as far as our bottom 10 and top 10 there, but
I didn't have them in any order necessarily.
Right. Yeah. Just as far as what's getting in the 10.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
You have the same mind, Kayla? You're anything below the 10 you want to fight for?
I'm okay with it.
Okay. So our 10 to play on NSO, Nintendo Switch Online, are Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Tetris 99, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest, Super Mario All-Stars, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Trading Card Game, Mario Party 2, and WarioWare Inc. Nice eclectic band of games we've got. Does Mario or does Pokemon Trading Card Game count as an RPG, Mike?
No.
No? Okay. I was counting it in the RPG. I tried to do we have all the genres figured out? And in my mind, I counted it as an RPG. But
I mean, unfortunately, that era is a great RPG era, that Super Nintendo thing, and there's just not a lot of options on NSO as far as that stuff. Earthbound is really the only one. And I don't know. I know there is a Fire Emblem, the GBA Fire Emblem. Shout out to Aaron. I don't personally know if that is like one of the best ones or not.
I feel like that's a series that people always say they took a while to get going, kind of thing. Like they figured it out over time, Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, getting rid of everything else, unless last minute anything. We missed anything?
I mean, goodbye, Link's Awakening and Majora. I love you. But if we were making the case of if it was a person clearly never played anything before in their life, this would be kind of the service, maybe to if they were interested in the history of everything, because that's what this service is. It's a time machine kind of thing. Not a lot of new stuff that you're getting through this. A lot of nostalgia. Greatest of all time stuff though, come on, this is as far as quality, this is the list that has the most of that, over quantity for sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, so that's the NSO list. I am getting rid of everything else. Goodbye, Punch Out.
Punch Out's great.
Yeah, Punch-Out's a lot of fun. I'm real bad at it. Never played Super Punch-Out. Do we want Game Pass next or PlayStation Plus next?
Xbox is next, man.
Xbox is next. It's next on my spreadsheet, so good. So Kayla and I, again, came up with 20 games. 4 of them made the list of IGN's top 100. Hollow Knight, You get the Void Heart Edition on Game Pass. GTA 5, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Technically, they had Mass Effect 2, but Mass Effect 2 is part of the Legendary Edition. You get all 3. Skyrim, everyone knows that one. Elder Scrolls 3, Skyrim. Those 4 all made IGN's list of top 100. We also had A Plague Tale Requiem, the sequel to A Plague Tale Innocence, a really overlooked game and series, but really fantastic. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, for my money, not only the best Assassin's Creed game, but also I'll probably say it, the best like open world RPG game I've probably ever played. Fallout 4, Halo the Master Chief Collection, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Hi-Fi Rush, a newcomer to the scene. Great indie, not an indie title, but a great game that came out of nowhere. Immortality, in my heart always. It Takes Two, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Limbo, MLB The Show 23, always in my heart forever, and Prey, Psychonauts 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Telltale's The Walking Dead, and Tunic. What a game. Mike, did we have any duplicates on your list?
See, like, I have Mass Effect Legendary because that is not available on both. Hi-Fi Rush, Hellblade, the Halo collection, of course. Psychonauts 2.
So good.
Tunic. And I think that is where our lists
diverge.
You had to have Hollow Knight on there.
It's on both.
See, that's the thing. You're right.
That's the thing. Mike's a real stickler. He doesn't like double ups.
It's not a. I just think if Xbox has to have a double up on its list, then it loses. Like I don't know. Like it needs to pull its weight.
Yeah, and it adds a nice constraint to the list making, I think. It's always nice to have like a rule to follow or a standard or something. I think it helps get
I like it.
a 10 that feels right.
Is Hollow Knight one of the best games on Game Pass? One of the top 10 games? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Is Skyrim that? Yeah, but
it doesn't make your decision any different because it's on both.
Right, like so much of this Bethesda stuff is on PlayStation, like all of it. There's like a lot of parity there, which is weird. I think that's weird.
I think they're like long-standing deals that like they had with PlayStation and stuff.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like these lists are going to fluctuate because there are stuff that is on my PlayStation side that used to be on Game Pass. If we would have done this episode a year ago, it would have been completely different. I think
we could do yearly check-ins.
As of right now, yeah, we could.
So let's remove Hollow Knight then, and let's remove Skyrim. I think that's
It Takes Two.
Solid. Yeah, that. Oh yeah, It Takes Two was on both. So we can remove that. We can remove that. It's so good.
I have Vampire Survivors.
Sure.
On my list. Monster Hunter Rise.
We did have that on our long list and killed it. But I'll add it back here.
Microsoft Flight Sim.
Okay.
Big deal for them. Sea of Thieves. Very cool co-op, pirate adventure game. I know Ryan's a big fan. I can't remember if Minecraft is on the PlayStation stuff. I have the list actually right here. Let's see. But if it's not, I mean that is that's huge. It's not. Minecraft is not on the PlayStation list. I think the Hitman trilogy is only on.
We looked at that. What was?
Yeah, that was on Game Pass, but I think it's not the World of Assassination. I don't think. I think it's the.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Is.
Oh, okay. See, when I looked up Hitman Trilogy, it came up with like the older Hitman games, but it's the newer set, the Square or Enix or whoever. Okay.
IDOS
Well, then that
or
probably
IO Interactive. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put World of Assassination.
Killer Instinct. It's like that was their big thing. Like they just did a big update to it. They did like
big ups to General.
Yeah. Outer Worlds.
Had that.
We
on
got
the
it
long
on our
list.
long list.
Yeah, we killed it.
Man, just Xbox has had a hard time getting games out there.
Didn't Assassin's Creed Odyssey, was that on both too?
Odyssey is on both, so I'll kill it. I just it's
Fallout
great.
4 is on both.
Everyone
Limbo's on both.
Go and play. I think Prey is on both.
Prey's
as well.
on both.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
GTA. Let's talk about GTA 5. I've been playing that a little bit and not really enjoying my time with that game. Surprisingly,
I don't enjoy my time with that game.
It's a different era. That game's over 10 years old.
It is, and it feels it.
It belongs back there, 10 years ago.
All right, I'll kill GTA 5 just because none of us have a strong attachment at this point. I think to the most successful media property of all time.
I don't think it says much about us and the public. I expect that.
It's a satire,
I cut from our list Age of Empires 2 as well as Age of Empires 4.
I thought you would be
he was
fucking
so
playing the trumpet for that one, man.
They're so
the
esoterically me, and but they're I guess Tomas really likes
as Immortality
2 a lot.
sits up there.
Well, you guys just haven't played Immortality yet. Well, Kayla, you did watch, and it's more of a watch than a play anyway.
I mean,
it is.
If Xbox is going to have a case, it has to have diversity. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else. It's
definitely very unique, and I'm not saying it doesn't belong on a list, but it's specifically Eric.
Yeah. MLB The Show, I think that is, first off, a tremendous value. The wildest thing, because that's a PlayStation game that you get every year for the last 3 years on Game Pass, and I believe that's continuing. And it's also, I think it would represent the only sports game that we're probably going to have on any of these lists.
It's not on PlayStation Plus.
No, it is not. No, you have to pay. You have to pay $70 to play it on PS5, or you can pay it for free. Well, for $15 a month or whatever.
Put it in your subscription.
Yeah, and it's a like you boot that game up. Sony Santa Monica or Sony San Diego is the first thing you see on the screen. Like it's wild, but it's great. It is a wonderful game. They just get better every year, and I'm highlighting it. We'll see if we have to cut it later, but
hey, my money's on Star Wars Fallen Order.
Yeah, what do you think about Fallen Order, Mike?
Solid game, a great piece that they have that's not on.
Yeah, that's a big buck game that I get to play it right away.
Put that out there. Yeah, we'll see. Vampire Survivors is like a $5 game or something, so it feels weird, but it's also one of the biggest games out there. It's spawning a whole genre at this point. I think it's an important ass game. I think
you can make that argument about Minecraft more.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I want to play Minecraft, but it's a huge. Parents should just do this so that they can have Minecraft for their children.
Yeah.
Hitman's supposedly really, really fantastic too. Might take a look at that one. I don't think Killer Instinct is gonna make this.
No, but it's a feather in their cap. That's all I was,
Yeah, it's a worthy thing to say. Do we still love Telltale's The Walking Dead at this point?
I don't.
No? I love that game, but yeah, it's probably another one of those easy to get.
Lee and Clem are real cool, but...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Lego Star Wars is a lot of fun. Great co-op game.
Fun family game.
Yeah.
PlayStation has a ton of the Lego stuff on there.
They do.
I don't remember exactly how much Game Pass had, but
much like practically none compared.
Okay.
Yeah. The Skywalker Saga is great. It's the one that came out like late last year or mid last year or whatever else, and it's the entire story of Star Wars in Lego form with like hundreds of characters and everything else. It's really good, but yeah, I think that's like one of only maybe 2 or 3 Lego things that they have, and Sony's got at least a dozen, probably more. Outer Worlds was real good for like a big open world, but not a big open world, but a mild open world, mild size open world.
Yeah, Western
open
RPG
zone.
does this stuff kind of thing.
Right now, I've got green Psychonauts 2, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Halo Master Chief Collection, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Hi-Fi Rush, Tunic, MLB The Show 23, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Minecraft, and Hitman World of Assassination. Also known as Hitman Trilogy, but don't search Hitman Trilogy because it'll come out with the old games.
I mean, that's a pretty good list. I don't know if there's something you guys would rather have up there. I know, Eric, you love Immortality.
I do love Immortality.
I like a Plague Tale more than Immortality.
Plague Tale's very good.
Right, you guys both love that one too. I'm gonna let you guys kind of pilot this one a little more. I know you guys have played a lot more of the Game Pass big hitters than I have.
To me, I'd almost say we duplicated on Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, but I almost say I would prefer Plague Tale Requiem to, like, just comparing the two games. They're, female main protagonist, kind of. I
like
dark
Plague Tale better too.
Okay.
Plague Tale's
just a little.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the combat is more in depth, and Hellblade feels like a solid first attempt at a game, and I feel like the next one, the sequel's gonna be fantastic. Plague Tale Requiem is the sequel to a solid attempt at a first game, and it's kind of got that going for it.
Yeah, I'm fine with making that swap.
Okay, let's do that one. I like that.
So,
anything else? I've never played Minecraft, but it's huge. It's got that.
It's undeniable.
It's
would never take Tunic off. Hi-Fi Rush is good. Is it? Psychonauts 2 is also real good. Like, I put Psychonauts 2 and Hi-Fi Rush in the same category of, like, I really enjoyed my time with these games. They were, like, fun and funny throughout.
Yeah, like, for me, like, there's not a lot of all-time favorite stuff on Game Pass for me. Like, the stuff that is purely on Game Pass. So, I liked Hi-Fi Rush. I love Tunic. Tunic's probably like the only thing that I would say no, that has to be that has to stay on there.
Tunic's number one here.
Yeah, of all, it's like on an all-time list.
I'd say Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition, for me is also just like
that's right.
And Halo, those are solid all-timers too. But
yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have Pentiment. Didn't you like that, Eric?
It was on my long list, but I felt like that was another, like, I was like, okay, I can't have Immortality, Pentiment, and Age of Empires all on this list.
And MLB The Show.
And MLB The Show. It's like, I'm not getting all of my games. But, like, that does go to show that, like, Game Pass has really worked out for me. Like, it's been just banger after banger for me, personally.
Right.
Yeah, maybe not for the world at large.
Like we left out like the Gears stuff, Gears Tactics. Even I didn't know which
to pick. I've played through about like a quarter of Gears Tactics and just fell off, but it's very good. It is a really good tactics game, and it looks phenomenal. I still have it installed, I think, but I just fell off.
Sorry. Before I forget, this was the one time I was going to make an argument for a double, and that's GoldenEye. Also on the N64, but does not have the dual stick support, which really just makes GoldenEye extremely playable now. Me and the boys had a lot of fun just playing through the campaign, playing multiplayer and stuff, and being transported back to 1997, 98, whatever year that was. And just want to give that a shout out. I don't know if it can make the 10, but I thought it was definitely something that Microsoft has, that no one else has.
So that's funny because I had it on the long list for Nintendo just because for like nostalgia's sake of like this is the pure version of GoldenEye, like the shit version we all played in '97.
And I think just having and a knock against the Xbox version is it only has the local. You're not going to be able to play online with anyone, which is just bizarre to me.
Nintendo known for how good they do their online stuff.
Right. I don't know. Unless I'm okay with the list. It's up to you guys now to whether you want to lock these in.
What do you think, Kayla? Tunic, Psychonauts 2, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Halo Master Chief Collection, Plague Tale Requiem, Hi-Fi Rush, MLB The Show 23, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Minecraft, and Hitman World of Assassination.
I like it.
Yeah. Sorry, Immortality. I'll always beat the drum for you, but the world doesn't. So that's the Xboxes. Oh, what happened there? Oh, God. I ruined
Whoa.
That was some funky stuff there.
All right, let's get to the main event here.
Mike has already made a determination on which is number one.
Come on. But
let's do it. Let's.
Everyone deserves a fair trial. You're right. Here we go.
Oh, what a funny guy. So we've done Game Pass. We've done NSO. Let's get on to PlayStation Plus, the one with the weirdest tiers that no one understands.
Yeah.
But we're going with, I believe it's called Premium, I believe is the tier where you get everything, which I don't think me and Kayla even have. I think we have Extra, I think is the tier that we subscribe to. But
me as well.
Who knows? So the games that made both our list as well as the top 100 IGN list, Bloodborne, Control, God of War, Hollow Knight, Skyrim, XCOM 2, and The Last of Us, specifically the remastered version. So Skyrim and Hollow Knight immediately die, right? Because they're duplicates. You can get them multiple places. Also, you got Demon Souls, the new one for PS5 only. The remaster, remake, soft remake. Final Fantasy VII Remake plus the Intergrade DLC is available. Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut, Horizon Zero Dawn, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, another criminally underrated game, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, installed but not played, Returnal, a new all-time classic, RE7 Biohazard, The Quarry, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, and What Remains of Edith Finch was our list. Do we have any duplicates, Mike?
No, none. No, we have many.
It's like shit.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, of course.
Control. God of War. Last of Us, Demon Souls, FF7,
Damn.
Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon. I have Forbidden West. I don't know if that was.
We had both on our long list, and then we fought each other to the death, and we came up with Zero Dawn as
original.
Yeah. I wish all of the mechanics of 2, because they added some really good stuff in Forbidden West, could be ported over to Zero Dawn's like story and intrigue and everything. But alas, that was our reasoning, was just like the Zero Dawn story and the introduction to that world and everything else was just like put it above Forbidden West for us.
Okay. So you guys have Miles Morales. I just had Spider-Man. It was kind of, I would leave that up to you guys. I've only played maybe 20% of Miles Morales at this point.
It had both.
Yeah,
it has the original and Miles on the service.
I'm fine with either.
Yeah, I think the original's just bigger. Also, like that is
okay.
It's it's the whole last
but
game.
I have that one. I have Rift Apart as well. Returnal, The God as well. RE7.
What a list.
I have Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection.
Okay.
That's like probably number one pick like for this list. It's just like 5 amazing games on there. Well, some really good ones and some really great ones.
It has them all?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was only the first 3. I don't know why
I
thought
did
that.
too.
I think it has everything. But while I'm doing that, I also have Edith Finch,
of course,
as well.
What a game.
Fantastic game.
Wow. How are we going to make cuts?
Some of these aren't going to be available for much longer, right? Like, I think God of War, Bloodborne, maybe. If you have them installed, you keep them. Like, if you have them added to your library, but they will be removed from the service.
Not downloadable anymore.
I think they did that already, like, made because they were
They're
in
still
that
on
Classics collection or whatever, right?
Yeah, the PlayStation, like, immediate library collection, whatever they...
Essentials or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cuts are going to be hard. Because we've already got, 13 bolded picks. We didn't have that for any other service. That might say something. We got a verdict on Legacy of Thieves collection. What's in that?
I'm trying. I know that 4 and Lost Legacy are in it. I just need to make sure.
Oh, then done deal.
Yeah. Oh, it is not the full collection of the series. It is just 4 and Lost Legacy. But I think that is still
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the. Yeah. Okay, I dig that. So that's also going to get bolded, italics, and greened out. No XCOM 2, huh? I like that game a lot, but we don't need any more.
It runs like I don't know if there's a better PS5
right.
version, but the PS4 version that I played was booty butt. So
yeah. Despite itself, you never played The Quarry, right?
No, but I had it like on my list too, just as like. That game's pretty cool. Like it has all like I also had like Until Dawn though. Yep. I don't know what is the better.
To me, I think The Quarry's just an updated version, like a slightly better version. Like that's exactly. We had both, and I was like, well, I think just keep The Quarry because it's almost the same story and everything. Like there are very similar games in a lot of ways. And The Quarry's just newer, nice coat of paint, and
gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would crack the 10, right?
No, we already have so many. Guardians is really. Did you ever play Guardians?
I played a bit of it. I've on PlayStation.
That's great.
I didn't get super into it.
Oh man. Okay, we'll get rid of that just because we have so many. I would say Demon Souls is probably just looking at this list my easiest cut. I think because like Bloodborne's just better, and I don't know. One's like the proto.
Yeah, I know. It is like it's a gorgeous fucking game. That Demon Souls. It really shows off your PlayStation.
Bloodborne certainly does.
But if I had to pick, yeah, I'm picking Bloodborne for sure.
Okay. Because we got to wait. What do we got? We got to make 4 cuts. So the current list is Bloodborne, Control, God of War, Last of Us, Demon Souls, FF7 Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, Marvel Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Returnal, RE7 Biohazard, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. We are not cutting Returnal. I'm putting that to the top of the list. We're not cutting Bloodborne. Not happening. We're not cutting Control. Not gonna fucking happen. So those
I'm glad we agree.
Yeah.
You're speaking my language.
Just about everything else I can maybe be.
I think Rift Apart's got to stay.
Okay.
Just because, like, that's a $60 game that they're just, and it's really good. It's a great game. Like,
wow.
I can't cut my favorite game of all time, The Last of Us. I can't cut it. It feels like I need to in some way, but I don't know. I can't. I just don't. It doesn't feel right.
I don't want to cut RE7.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
It is.
So let's cut Demon Souls.
We're gonna have to cut some really good
something.
Yeah. I'd even cut Zero Dawn on this list. I really like it, but this list is hard.
FF7 Remake has a lot of warts. I can admit that.
I think it's like a great thing to have. I don't know,
okay. Because I almost kept I had 2 Final Fantasy games. I had Final Fantasy X HD remaster and FF7 Remake on the list because both are on PlayStation Plus, and I went with FF7 Remake, but like I could be swayed in each direction, so I feel like it's wishy-washy.
Don't you be adamant.
We got a lot of the sad parent games here.
PlayStation, is known for that.
Right, so we have a lot of that covered. I don't know.
Tsushima's good.
I'd cut it.
Okay, what do you think, Kayla? Tsushima?
I'd be okay with cutting it.
Okay.
I really like it, but like we've got to make some cuts, so that one doesn't hurt as much as
Nathan Drake has to be part of PlayStation.
Sony ponies,
right? It's got
right here,
right?
I want it.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I want it.
Finchie's got. I don't know. I got to put my foot down with the Finch, right?
So
no,
good.
Finch isn't gonna make it.
Thought you were saying you had enough sad parents.
That's
well,
sad kid, kind of, I guess. Did Edith have any kids?
I love Edith Finch.
I do too. It's the most unique. Like just looking at these games, like it's without a doubt the most unique out of all of them.
You can't cut Ratchet.
Really? Oh man, I thought you guys
played that one.
Installed but not played. Yeah.
Played the other.
It's like it was the reason they were selling this thing on with the SSD and everything, the riffs. I don't know. It's just like kind of the poster game of the console so far. I mean, not for the Returnal is a number 1 for me, but
same.
I guess if we got to cut Ratchet, I would say like. Not only does this service have the newest Ratchet, it has fucking all of them. So if you really, we're trying to get your Ratchet on, you can for sure.
Spider-Man feels so good to swing around, right? Like that's.
I don't think you can cut Spider-Man. Speaking of like what's keeping PlayStation 5 selling, That was the
True that,
poster.
true
Okay, so let's
yes.
put that
You're not
there.
wrong.
God of War is
All
an
right.
all-timer, I think. Last of Us, all-timer.
Ugh.
Man, Finchie's not gonna make it.
Oh,
Gosh, there's so many to cut.
kind of
Still.
putting 7 down there. Drake,
Yeah,
all-timer.
might have to get rid of. Man, I thought FF7 was like a lock, but maybe it's not.
It's really good, but it's up against a lot. I mean, I think we've
I'm
already
already
come up
convinced.
with a verdict on who's got the best service. Maybe we buried the lead a little bit, but yeah, two cuts to make, and they're tough. Like Horizon is brand new IP that
Yeah.
like you
It
know
came out day
kinda-
one for it, right? The Forbidden West did.
Like it's cool new character. I think a kind of a new flagship character, I would say, for PlayStation. Maybe even taking the place of Drake now if we never get Nathan again. Think we get Nathan Drake again, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Why
we're
bury it?
definitely-
Like, why not?
We're definitely getting Aloy. Well, he retired. He did. There was a thief's end, you could say.
Multiverse. New Nathan Drake.
So I almost feel not.
I kind of want to. If I'm fine with swapping Rift Apart and Edith Finch.
Okay. I think Edith Finch should be on this list. I think it's one of the most unique and cool games of the last, 10 years. It really, really is awesome. RE7. Some of those games have cut. That's playable on Xbox, right? But it's not on Game Pass, obviously, but
No, I don't know if they ever got 7. They had 4, 5, 6 for a long time. I don't know if either has had Resident Evil 2 available on theirs, the remake.
They need to.
I don't think Village has been added to any of that.
So do we have to keep one of these 3? Is this what we're... I'm not saying that's actually what it is, but Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, RE7, Biohazard, and FF7 Remake. Kind of
like all these games equal, So
Yeah.
I feel exactly the same about all 3 of these, kind of.
RE7 I really love. I guess my contention on RE7 and Final Fantasy 7, I don't think I can say either are my favorite in their franchise. And that's not really saying anything about PlayStation Plus. These are the games that they have, but RE7 Remake's my, I don't know, 3rd favorite. Final Fantasy, maybe 4th. Yeah, it's top 5.
Both Game Pass and PS Plus have a lot of Final Fantasies to pick from.
Yeah.
Just
Switch
say that as well.
Final Fantasy 6, and then can get on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see RE7 on there. It's my favorite.
Another wrinkle with 7
game.
is, I didn't know that. All right. I think that means something. It is the only version that has VR support.
Oh.
It's the only way to play that game in VR is through PlayStation VR. I've heard that is a really great way to play that game if you want to,
imagine.
Have a panic attack or something.
Man, it's part of the best. That's the best part of the game. The just vibe and world that it takes you to is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought that a first-person RE, that RE would ever be in first person, and that
it again. I've been my childhood growing up was all Sony, lots of Resident Evil. I think it's the Sony hard leader.
I like it.
I like that.
We're losing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and FF7 Remake.
We are.
Man.
All right. We'll lock it in and feel just okay about it. Why does it do that? What is going on?
Well, I think it really has made the whole purpose of this exercise clearer.
Yeah, who's playing for second now, I think is like what the conversation's going to be. So the PlayStation Plus list is Returnal, Bloodborne, Control, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War, The Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, What Remains of Edith Finch, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
I mean, those are just like top 10 best games out, like currently.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great list.
Yeah. Looking at that list, if anyone said any of those games were their favorite games, I don't think I'd blink at them, or
yeah, like an artsy person would say Edith Finch.
A smart person would say Edith Finch. It's really great.
We're going to put Immortality on Game Pass. There we go. All right. Good.
Shit, put it on NSO. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. So have we already come to a conclusion that PlayStation Plus has the best current library, best current top 10 of all of these?
And I don't even know that it should just come down to top 10. I just think that catalog is vast and deep. Other ways to say deep and vast. It has all that.
Oh my God.
Because like we don't even have a lot of the classic stuff up there, like you can, if you want 3D platformers that aren't Mario 64, PS Plus has it. It has all of the Ratchets, all the Jak and Daxters, all of the Sly Coopers. The only thing I would say the Xbox has is shooters. Really, like, with
all the Gears, with
Halo and stuff.
Titanfall 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Titanfall 2 is another big one. And I would have said like, oh, well, Western RPGs, Microsoft has to have the market on that, but it's available on both. So, your Skyrims and Fallouts and the like.
I mean, the thing that Xbox has is just like that cross-platform play that like PC games, like that's the thing that makes it stand apart.
Yeah, we didn't talk enough about Age of Empires. You're right. Let's get those back on the list. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, Age of Empires 4, boom.
If we're getting down to features, like, yeah, the cloud stuff is great. Like just being able to try Forza or try DayZ or something that I've, instead of having to download it for an hour and then realize I don't like it. And then it just makes you feel bad when that happens.
It's good that we've both done that exact thing. You said DayZ, right?
Yes.
I also streamed that for like an hour and was like, this is not for me. Yeah. This isn't my game. That's funny. Oh.
NSO, I love having the save states and the rewind features in all these games. It makes going like through the more frustrating parts of these games, like it just makes it easier. Like you're never gonna just like put down the controller because you died 3 times in Mario. No, you can just rewind. Like, oh, I fell in that pit. I'm gonna rewind. Who cares? And just like the cool online stuff that they've added to a lot. We can if you had Pokemon TCG, Eric, and we wanted to play, we could do that. Like,
oh,
just
really?
over. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. All that stuff's online.
That I didn't even realize.
Mario Party, all the multiplayer stuff. PlayStation's just kind of like their service is just kind of basic, like a Netflix style. Like, here's what we got. They're not changing a lot of things. They're not giving like Microsoft. It's not a specific part of Game Pass, but they do add a lot of boosts to the older stuff, and like you are playing the best versions of some of those 360, PS3 era stuff. But man, PlayStation they just got the catalog, like. And they're adding newer stuff. Like they're not putting Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on NSO. So Sony is doing some of that. Like I'm sure we'll get Ragnarok on there soon or something, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's the one difference for me is the day one stuff for Xbox. Like we're gonna get Starfield in a week from now, day one. We'll see if it's any good. Hopefully it is that 10 out of 10 Xbox saver. But we don't have to get it 6, 8, 10, 12 months later, like
sure.
Returnal or what have you.
Yeah, but for me, Starfield's going to be the first one that hits, maybe, for me, as far as the day one. Like, Sony's had some great day one stuff. Humanity recently, Chia. They're both getting Sea of Stars this week. So, yeah, like, for me, like, the day one stuff, like, Psychonauts didn't hit for me, Pentiment, Immortality, like, Tunic, yes, but...
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, good one for sure. But I don't know if that hasn't been a chip in Microsoft's favor for me so far.
Yeah, it hasn't been. They haven't taken advantage of it as of yet. Like, yeah, the Sony first party stuff is superior.
Redfall,
right?
Come on, Redfall, anyone? Like, come on.
We haven't even mentioned the Back for Blood, that one.
Oh, we didn't mention Grounded. Oh man, I feel I had it on my list, but that should have been talked about on the Game Pass side.
Yeah. Day one since like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah. Very early access. And that is another thing. Microsoft is very lenient with early access stuff. PlayStation does not want stuff in early access on their platform. So it is closer than we've let on, I think. But I don't know. I'm looking at God of War, and The Last of Us on that side over there.
Right.
So,
right. Exactly.
That's what it comes down to for me. Is what end of the day, what are we playing?
It's bronze. How do I find bronze? Is this bronze? That's kind of a bronze. That's not gold though. It's yellow.
I mean, I don't know if NSO gets bronze, but if that's what you guys think.
Well, let's. I've marked now PlayStation Plus as gold. I've marked Xbox Game Pass as silver, and I've marked NSO Nintendo Switch Online as bronze. But
that's how I like it.
But it's worth a discussion. Is the classic all-timer stuff from Nintendo Switch Online better than the newer stuff? I don't know. The less good newer stuff than the PlayStation, but still pretty good Xbox Game Pass stuff. I guess that's the real.
It's probably the cheapest one too, right? NSO?
By far, yeah.
Oh, right. So
yeah, that's a value. Yeah,
yeah. We have like the family plan, and it's pretty good. I don't know the exact price. I think it's like $50 a year or something to have like a bunch of Switches tied into it and stuff.
Yeah, they also do let you do that. Whereas, I don't think PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass with Ultimate, the nice thing is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you can have that's PC and Xbox, so I can play on the PC while Kayla plays on the Xbox at the same time,
cool.
Same game,
yeah.
That kind of stuff. So that's a feature, but Nintendo Switch Online, what you can have like up to 8 or something like that on one family plan, something like that. Yeah, that blows kind of anything out of the water. As far as that goes. Yeah, so value-wise, or like just dollars and cents of it, it's Nintendo Switch Online, because I think Game Pass is like $50 they just raised it. It might be $17 a month for Ultimate, and then you can get it a little bit cheaper if you pay yearly. But it's still twice, if not 3 times, the price of Nintendo Switch Online, and I think PlayStation Plus is in line with that too. I think
they're pretty similar prices.
Extra tiers like $150 a year or something like that, or maybe that's the premium tier. I don't know. They're very similar in price. So anyway,
we did it.
We did it. PlayStation Plus, the best gaming subscription out there, with games like Returnal, Bloodborne, Control, Marvel's Spider-Man, God of War, The Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, What Remains of Edith Finch, Horizon Zero Dawn, and RE7 Biohazard. Xbox Game Pass with the silver medal with Tunic, Psychonauts 2, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Halo the Master Chief Collection, A Plague Tale Requiem, Hi-Fi Rush, MLB The Show 23, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Minecraft, Hitman World of Assassination, and the bronze for Nintendo Switch Online with Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Tetris 99, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest, Super Mario All-Stars, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Trading Card Game, Mario Party 2, and WarioWare Inc.
Woo!
Woo!
Man, I just noticed that PlayStation list, not a multiplayer game in the bunch. It is just, if you are a lonely man or woman, you
wow, that's funny.
With no friends, get that PlayStation, yeah.
Well, It Takes Two is available on both.
It is. You're right.
That's funny. Returnal is co-op-y.
Co-op. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. So
there you go.
And it's number 1 on our list. And Bloodborne is co-op-ish. There's like
no, not really. I don't know. Last of Us has a multiplayer mode that's still active, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
It did. It did at one point, so it counts. That's that, guys. That is the video game subscription podcast, episode 138 of the Machine of Nonsense. We've been reading off emails on every episode nowadays, so you should email us at machineofnonsense@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. If you want your name or screen name or email address read out, let me know. Because so far I just have been reading the emails and not putting anyone's personal information out there. So whatever you want, just let me know and I'll throw it into the email. We're on social media. Check us out. We're all over Facebook, X, Instagram. We're everywhere. Check us out. Type Monstars and you'll either get us on Facebook or you'll get a fan group for Space Jam. Either way, you're going to do pretty well for yourself. That's it. Episode 138, the video game subscription episode. We're getting out of here, and we're saying goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hey.